Hare Krishna. Welcome to our Gita as it is channel. Today we are going to discuss on the topic the first application of spiritual knowledge. Suppose a medically well informed person gets a disease with scary symptoms. If they know that those symptoms are inevitable and non-lethal part of the progression of the disease, they will bear the symptoms and focus on taking the best treatment. They will be guided by the knowledge that getting emotionally overwhelmed by those symptoms won't decrease those symptoms. It will only divert them from taking the treatment. Similarly, Gita wisdom helps us become spiritually well informed. Thereby, we understand that we all are presently diseased. Though we are unchanging transcendental beings, we are residing in ever-changing material things. First our bodies, and then our world at large. Because of our material embodiment, we are subject to constant changes. When we face scary seeming change, our frequent first reaction is resistance. We try to prevent that change from happening. We may even deny that it is happening. And when it continues undeniably, we resent. This default resistance dissipates our emotional energy and diverts us from addressing the actual problem. But once we understand that we are essentially unchanging, as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 verse number 13, dehino yathā dehe kaumāraṁ yauvanaṁ jarā, tathā dehāntara-prāptir dhīras tatra muhyati. As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change. So, by understanding this concept, we feel less threatened by change and accept it with greater equanimity. As Krishna explains in the next verse, that is chapter 2 verse number 14, mātrā-sparśās kaunteya śītoṣṇa-sukha-duḥkha-dāḥ, āgamāpāyino nityās, tāṁs titikṣasva Bharata. O son of Kuntī, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress and their disappearance in due course are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception, O scion of Bharata, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. So here, what Krishna is explaining that happiness and distress are like seasons which come and go in their own accord, and therefore we should not be disturbed by that. This in fact is the Bhagavad Gita's first application of its wisdom. When we are empowered by spiritual understanding, we don't get worked up by change. Instead, we work on processing that change to determine our best response. That response may even include firmly resisting some aspects of the change, just as a treatment may involve aggressively managing some symptoms. But this resistance will be consciously chosen based on our valued purposes, not reflexively raised by our unexamined fears. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.